Welcome back to Benny's Custom Works, proudly brought to you by Haltech. This week we are partnering with Giraffe tools. We've got a wall-mounted vacuum and a wall-mounted pressure washer to test out. We're going to be fitting them up in the shop, and we're going to be cleaning up the Pajero because we've been taking it for driving, doing all sorts of fun stuff. We're going to start with the G30A pressure washer. We're going to unpack it and mount it on the wall and give you a few little tips and tricks on how to actually mount it easily and level. So we'll start with that and we can get to cleaning. All instructions, look out. The extension for the lance comes with a heap of fittings. You've got actually comes with a soap gun, which is cool. So you've got the top of the soap gun, the siphon for it. There's tap fittings and also all your pressure fittings. Oh, that's cool. They even give you a spirit level. So that'll be handy for the installation process. That's pretty cool. The other half of the pressure washer gun. So that'll all screw together. I really like the Giraffe pressure washers because they all use industry standard fittings, both on the input side of the gun and also the output side. So if you've got another pressure washer or you've had one previously that uses all the universal or industry standard fittings, you can use the accessories you've already got, which I really like, and other accessories I have used now with the Giraffe one. So it's it's nice that it's all universal and goes together, and you know that you can always buy different fittings or change stuff up later on. Like I've actually got a shorter lance for washing cars. This one's really good for around the home and cleaning sort of concrete and brickwork and stuff like that, but I find that the shorter one is really good for washing cars, getting into sort of confined areas, and when you put the soap cannon on the shorter one, you can still move it around pretty easily. So give you a bit of a demo of this one and also the one I've got tucked away from our other pressure washer. It does also come with a UV cover. If you are going to install it outside, you can cover it up and keep it safe. So that's a nice little feature as well. This one's obviously going to live inside the shop, but yeah, it does work pretty well. I've had another one of these G30As on the outside of my shed at home for probably 6 months or more now, and the cover's still actually in really good condition. The pressure washer itself under the cover looks brand new, so it does give you the option of actually installing it outside without having to build another cover or a shroud. So yeah, it's a nice feature as well. My back and shoulders are not up to the task of lifting it out of the box at that height. It also comes with a hose to go from your tap directly to the pressure washer. It's pretty heavy duty hose and it's about 2 meters long, so it does give you quite a lot of flexibility as far as mounting your pressure washer in proximity to the tap. And also same deal with the power cord. The power cord's about 3 meters long, so you've got a good flexibility with being able to reach a power point that's not too close to the tap itself. Now we're down to the fun stuff. This is the Giraffe Tools G30A pressure washer itself. I really like their pressure washers generally because they are one of the only ones on the market that have a proper retractable hose rather than fighting around with a normal pressure washer that the hose kind of sits to the side. This one actually has a 30-meter hose on it, so it's literally going to go to the other end of the car park. But we're going to be washing the car in the car park as well, so we'll be able to do all the way around the car without actually having to move the car or move the pressure washer. It is wall mounted as well, so it just neatly tucks out of the way if you're not using it. And the thing I like about it the most is there's no setup time. So I've actually been using my old G20 heaps, and I've actually just passed that on to a friend because we've upgraded to the G30 now, so they're going to continue using it for many years to come. Like I said, I've been thrashing the other one, putting it through its paces for nearly 12 months now, and the thing just keeps going. So I'm really, really genuinely impressed with how well these things are put together. The pump unit's really good too. It's got quite good pressure and it doesn't use a lot of water either. So when you're washing a car with a traditional hose, you're going to use a lot more water than if you're using a pressure washer to wash your car. So good little eco-saving there as well. So let's throw the thing on the wall and get it functional. This is the wall bracket. The pressure washer itself just slides straight on, so it's really easy to install it. We're going to put this on the wall first. We're going to use the spirit level they've supplied to actually set it level, because it is important that it's level so that the retractor works properly. And yeah, we're just going to dynobolt the thing to the wall and make sure we've got enough clearance. The thing worth mentioning actually is to make sure you do have enough clearance the whole way around when you put it on the bracket. Obviously the bracket is a lot smaller than the pressure washer itself, so we're going to take a little bit of time in measuring everything up and make sure that it's all going to fit together with things we've already got on the wall, like the tap, the power point, the fire extinguisher, all those sort of things. And we are going to make sure we've got as much clearance as possible from any power points to make sure that we don't have water going up near the power point. Not that that should be an issue, but it is something to consider. So it comes with a magnetic spirit level, so you can make sure you get your wall bracket level. It also is worth mentioning that that is the wrong way, that is the right way. So make sure you've mounted your wall bracket correctly. And yeah, you can use the spirit level to level it up. See how good my hands are. Hey, winner. I'm on the level. 200 mil, give or take.
You measuring that is just trying to get the measurement to make sure that you've can fit it.
Well, I just want to put it directly in the middle of the tap, but make sure, yeah, see it's pretty close to that. If that's there, it's got to go probably there.
Unless would you move this over at all?
Well, then I've got to move that as well.
It's true.
It doesn't really matter if it's not centered other than my OCD. So you may notice that we drilled through, or all the way through the bricks. The reason behind that is if we ever want to remove these later, it's very hard to pull the dynabolts out of the brickwork, but it is easy enough to actually punch them through and they'll drop into the wall cavity. The other thing worth thinking about too when you are installing anything into brickwork, potentially when there's a wall cavity, is to make sure there's no power or any other services behind the wall. I know this wall's hollow, and I also know from previous experience that there's no power below the power point height, but it is worth checking. This water service actually comes through the brickwork much lower than where we're drilling, and this is actually double brick with a cavity between it. So because I'm familiar with this brickwork, it's easy to know where to drill, but it is worth keeping in mind if you are drilling into a garage wall or a house wall to make sure you know what services may be behind that wall, because that drill going through any services like power, water, phone, it's just going to completely either rip up the cable or it'll go straight through a copper or a plastic water service. So you do need to keep those things in mind, because fixing anything behind this wall can be very expensive, including taking the wall out and putting the wall back. So think about that before you're drilling through stuff, what services may be behind it.
How does that work in terms of they secure themselves by opening at the other end?
So when you tighten this nut up, it actually expands the collar or the sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
And see, then you end up with this big, well, this piece that gets bigger and bigger. The more you tighten it, the more it expands it. Interesting side quest, I've actually used these before to pull spigot bearings out of cranks or out of flywheels when you can't get to the back of it. So they can be handy for that as well. Right in the middle of the goalposts. So good. Get the hose out. Got it. I'm going to reuse my original trigger just because it's nice and short, and I predominantly wash cars or car related things with it. That's going to be so overexposed with the white. My eyes are f***ing even like bleh. Now I've changed the lance out. I've gone for the full length one, and I've actually changed the tip as well. I'm going for a 40-degree tip. We're actually going to clean all the concrete where we just washed the car, and I'm also going to clean the corner out here just to tidy that up as well, just to get rid of all the dust from drilling the holes in the wall. And yeah, it's just much easier than bending it down. So there is definitely a lot of use for the longer lance, especially in sort of domestic or commercial cleaning applications when you're not wanting to bend over. But yeah, I think it's a nice addition as well, and it also comes with the 4 pressure jets and the holder on the lance as well, so you can keep it all together. The last thing I want to show you before we move on to the vacuum cleaner is how far this thing actually reaches. So I'm going to show you how I can get from here to here.
Hey Ben, you want some chips?
Yeah, man.
Oh, shit. Sorry, pal.
Thanks. Now Gian's yard sailed his pack of chips through the back of my car. We're going to get into the vacuum cleaner, open it up and clean the mess up, and actually clean up all the scumminess in the interior anyway, because it's definitely overdue for a clean up. Now I genuinely don't know what's in this box. Oh, that's nice, templates already. Well, there's lots of bits. Fortunately, we're going to be mounting it to timber, so we don't need any gnarly screws like that. Damn it.
This looks like something you'd find on some sort of futuristic spaceship.
The future is now, Gian. Ah, that's clever. Hey, well played, Giraffe, well played. Here I was going, where's the rest of the goodness? They got me. Oh, what is that? Bro, it's got a Wi-Fi remote. How good is that? Hey, we're on now. That's so smart, because then because it's got a 9-meter hose, you don't need to be right on it to actually turn it off and on all the time.
Yep.
So you can be in the car vacuuming and get out and then move around and not have to keep turning it off and on at the wall. So this must be the junk tray. Do you know how long I've wanted one of these for? I actually saw them advertised when Giraffe first launched them, and I was going to buy one, and then I've just procrastinated. And then fortunately they reached out to us, and now we get to put one up. That's snazzy. So that must be what that is. That's another filter for that.
You get some ASMR.
Oh, Adam Bentley would not like that. Look at how many fittings it's got, bro. I'm going to be cleaning stuff just because I can. I think some of these pieces must be part of the bracket, like this thing, to mount all the attachments to it. Could read the instructions. Oh man, look how much stuff they make. That's cool. Oh, I need that.
That's step 1, choose a place.
I have chosen a place.
Yeah.
That's knifty. Chat's lit. This is cool.
Is that to hang your accessories on, you think?
Yeah, all the bits go on it. All of this accoutrement.
Oh, cool.
I don't know what those 2 black screws are for. Maybe we should read the instructions.
Yeah.
Step the first.
Choose a place.
We have chosen the place. I feel like now I've chosen the place.
Oh, look at that.
Snazzy. Katink. Must be for this to chill here. Nice. Sorry, Pluck. So I'm basically just going to bash the first screw in.
Yeah, cool. So then you'll make it just everything else based off that.
Yeah. So it's level now, pretty well.
Oh, cool. You got a level up there.
Yeah, I put my little nifty Giraffe Tools level. Can even hide this in here. That's handy. I like the little upholstery brushes. And, oh, so we've got a swiveling head. That's mad. Look at that.
Oh, cool.
That's nifty. I like. So this is the template that Giraffe supply to actually mount the vacuum to the wall. What I've done is use the first hole here to position the template, and then I'm using the spirit level on this straight line. Now, so once I put another screw in here, basically they can't be anything but level as long as I use the centers marked in the template. So as long as I get another screw in there now where that is exactly, we should be fine.
Yeah, no pressure on that one.
Mint. I'm just marking the bottom of the bracket with this knife or the blade so that I can set them up, because these holes are obviously a lot more, the slots are quite large because they're designed for bolt mounting. So I'm just cutting through the template to give us, I'm just going to draw 2 lines once this sheet's off, now that we've got our holes positioned.
Does this thing have brakes? Do you want me to put them on?
No.
Okay. Oh God.
Okay. On.
Wow.
Man, that's got a lot of suction, eh?
I guess it'd have to with a hose that long.
That's cool. I feel like that's just the go-to for cars, like that one. Just seems to be just the most universal one.
That and that little brush, so on the fabric.
For carpet.
Yeah.
Nine
Wow.
meters, bro. That's cool. What do you know about these chips?
They're salt and vinegar.
Oh, thanks for that.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Why did I not get one of these earlier?
Do you feel like you're at the car wash?
No, because I'm not paying for it right now.
Ahoy!
And also, we haven't had a car wash here since like 2005. That's mint. Oh, a chip. 2 chips.
No way. No way.
Oh, another one. Here, you can have that one.
Thank you.
Eat it. Oh, you jerk. So much rubbish in this car. That's sick. Let's empty it out. Let's see how much junk we got. That's cool.
What's going on
So
here?
it's unclipped, but it's on hangers, so you don't just drop it. Yeah, nice. Look at that. Where's all the chips gone? Almost like someone ate them. Nom nom.
Wow, all that out of this car.
Yeah. That's pulled a lot of rubbish, like even the fine stuff. Right. How much fine fluff that's come out. That's impressive, hey? It's a grub screw. I wonder what that was for.
That's kind of cool, actually, to then inspect what you got in case there's anything valuable in there.
True, actually. If you've lost something in the car, you just vacuum clean it out and then go through the remnants. That's mad.
Beautiful.
Ta-da! We're back in the game.
Beautiful.
So after using both of the Giraffe tools, pressure washer and the vacuum cleaner, there's a few features that really stand out to me that I'm really impressed by. The pressure washer, just the length of the hose and how much pressure it still has over the length of that 30-meter hose. It's really compact. It's actually closer to the wall than the previous unit we were using, so it's got more room around the door chain and some other stuff, which admittedly is specific to our usage of it, but I really like that it's more compact. Also, the fact that they've included a foam cannon with the pressure washer, I think is a really nice touch. Pretty much everyone these days who's washing cars is really using that style of cleaning or that method with the foam cannon, so it's nice they've included it. Also comes with all different pressure nozzles or spray pattern nozzles, so you've got different options from a pinpoint to a 40-degree fan. There's literally a nozzle for every use. We've cleaned concrete with it today. We've washed under the car. Really multi-use, so I'm really impressed with that setup. Same deal with the vacuum cleaner. Just the suction over the length of that 9-meter hose, it just pulled all the dust and debris. You saw all the fine matter in the dust tray, so it's really collecting every single bit of junk out of the carpet. Even having multiple different nozzles for different uses, like there's even a thin nose that you can get right down to the end of the dashboard, so you can clean right up against the windscreen. Sometimes that's an area on some vehicles that collects dust, so it's nice to be able to get right the way down the windscreen and clean it up. Some of the other attachments like the carpet brush, just be able to pull more dirt out of the carpet. And I think the actual standout feature of that vacuum cleaner really is the Bluetooth remote on the handpiece. You can just turn it off and on as you go. Even if you're in a car working and you get a phone call, you can quickly turn it off, answer the phone. You don't have to get out, turn it off, turn it back on, get in the car. Like, it's just, as far as a business application, if you're using it in a shop, like, there's definitely time to be saved there. So it's a really nice unit. Same deal with the actual removal of the dust tray. It's got fingers, so once you release the latches, the whole thing doesn't just fall out. There's been a lot of time and thought put into the development and design of that product, and it's a really good thing. So I'm really stoked to be able to use it and also have Giraffe support the channel. If you are thinking of either of these products, we'll leave a link in the description, and don't forget, Benny is the discount code for 10% off, BENNY, all capitals, and yeah, we'll leave a link in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.